Hello dear students, now I am going to close the chapter with a short description on the suppression of revolt. British East India Company came to India, you know already, as businessmen. Gradually, due to the political weakness of the rulers in India, they became the political master over India. During their time, in 1857, a big revolt broke out led by the army, which I told you is known as Sepoy Mutiny or the revolt of 1857. This revolt gave them so much fright that in one or the other way they began to think their ambition to rule over India year after year had come to an end. Their rule was going to collapse very soon. Now the thing is this, why this revolt became so much widespread and how it gave so much impact on the British rule, here I give by showing you some causes. Army was not happy with the British system of administration in the army. Whether the case of promotion or whether giving the highest salary or whether to giving high quality privileges, all these things were given to the British soldiers and not to the Indian soldiers. Indians were not promoted to the higher post in the regiment. That is why our Indian soldiers were not very happy because of the ill treatment by the British officers and due to many other anomalous behavior over the Indians. Another reason is that the landlords, they were not happy. Landlords, in some areas in India, they were called talukdars. They were the owner of huge areas of land. After occupying those particular Indian kingdoms, the British asked the landlords or the talukdars to give up their right over the land. Why? Because the British would collect the revenue by themselves, not through any other medium. Okay, then where is the problem? Problem was that the standard life of the landlords or the talukdars was destroyed. They became just like any other ordinary men, ordinary people. They lost all their privileges and prestige. That's why they were not happy with the British system of administration. Then the prince and the rulers whose kingdoms were occupied, these rulers or these kings, they became unimportant people. They lived at the mercy of the British rulers. So naturally they also were not happy with the British at all. In the name of reformation work, many welfare work actually was done by the British rulers. But the system of India was such that this good reformation work could not be taken with the good spirit. Therefore, in total, I like to say that not only the people, not only the army, but people, landlord, or whoever were in the leading category in the society in India were not happy with the British rule, and therefore all of them in general joined the revolt against the British. When this type of revolt almost brought them to their knees. Almost the British hope was about to be collapsed. That time the British did not want to give up. They took the policy of suppression. The British government introduced several rules or acts. They introduced several acts. By virtue of these several acts, they brought the revolution under control. What did the British government do? They brought the army from those areas where the impact of the revolt was not much. So British government brought those regiments into the troubled area to control the revolution. This was a very clever step they took. Then another thing was that they introduced an act. According to that act, any European, not only the Englishmen, any European could arrest anyone in India on suspicion. What was the suspicion? As a revolutionary. Just simply suspicion was enough, and by virtue of this act, any European could arrest any Indian and give punishment. Another point was that many police stations were made. It was the duty of the policemen to patrol the area, find out the culprits, revolutionaries, those who were creating unrest, and arrest them. And the last point I could say is that the revolutionary leaders, those who were leading the revolt, these leaders were arrested and immediately they were put to death. Because of this imposition of capital punishment, the impact of the revolt began to grow less. In this way, the British government, by their mighty power and super intelligence, they brought the impact of revolution to nil, and they became the master over India once again. Thereafter, the British government began to rule over India, which lasted till August 1947. My dear children, this is the story of freedom. You have heard from the beginning till now, and you have got a good picture that the Indians were not accepting the British rule, but one or the other way they had to bow to it. But by virtue of the noble sacrifice of many Indian leaders, lastly we got freedom in 1947. Thank you very much.